Wow, this place does not disappoint. I'm so excited. Whoa, slow down, Maya. The mansion isn't going anywhere. Now then, we don't have to worry about any untoward eavesdropping here. I take you want to ask me some questions. Huh? That's why you invited us here? I'm sorry to have tricked you like this, but this is a murder after all. I couldn't openly talk about it in public and risk sullying the Sprocket family's reputation. Aww, I was really looking forward to those fancy snacks too. There, Maya, don't cry. This Pierce guy is one shrewd man. Hey Nick, look at the cute vintage radio. Radio? Oh, that thing under there under the stuffed bull's head. I'm going to take a closer look. Fucking hell, Maya. I thought I told you to settle down. I'm sorry. Not to worry. Interesting. That little mech fixed it right up. I'm not only the butler, but I'm also Sprocket Aviator's Repair Department Director. One might say that patching things up is my specialty. That was incredible. What is a little doohickey on your shoulder anyway? It's my fixer-upper shoulder mech. Master Solid made it for me. It has too many figures and functions to effectively enumerate at the moment, though. That's so cool. I wish I had one of those. Fixing things is a simple matter. Fixing people is a different matter. Even a skilled physician can't bring back the dead. Oh, but forgive me. I seem to have forgotten sidetracked. He must still be in shock over Gloomsbury's death. Still, I do need to ask him some questions about the case. I should take a look around and find out what I can here too. Oh, are those pictures of the wedding reception? Yes, I took them with my trusty camera here. Do you mind if we have a look at that photo? Be my guest. Take as long as look as you like. Excuse me. Well, what do you think of that gorgeous dreamscape? A thick fog billowing across the room made it look as if the couple were walking on clouds. Wow, look at how beautiful Ellen is here. She looks a little nervous, though. She does, doesn't she? Hey look, there's Pierce. Really? Where? Right there, behind the sweetheart table. Hey, you're right. I bet he was there attending to the happy couple the whole dinner. What do you think, Nick? Does anything in the photo stick out to you? No, not at the moment anyway. Hey Nick, if Alan really did travel back in time, do you think this photo's of the second reception? You know, after the time jump? I wonder. Excuse me, sir. Yes, can I help you? Ellen told us she'd travelled back in time. Would you happen to know anything about that? No, I haven't the foggiest idea what you're talking about. You climbed up faster than the clam. Excuse me, but there's a card here on the floor. Look at that, it's a Flying Chapel key card. Flying Chapel? What areas on the chapel require a key card, if I may ask? Most of the areas I want to keep the public out of, such as the staff room and the hold, which is chock full of machinery. So you can't enter those areas without a key card. That's right. This one here belongs to Ellen. What's Ellen's key card doing here? Did Ellen come back here after the incident occurred? I don't believe so, and she was arrested by the police straight away this morning. Although, there was a strange man with a gaudy jacket in here earlier. Was that man wearing a beret by any chance? Yes, he was, as a matter of fact. He was also wearing sunglasses and a fake moustache. I knew it. The only question is, what was he doing here? Hey, Nick. Now, here's a real lady. Looks smart as a whip, doesn't she? Wonder who she is. We didn't see her on the airship. That's Selena Sprocket, Soren's elder sister. Beautiful and capable. She was a great lady. Soren's sister, huh? I think I see the resemblance. Maybe I'll show Pierce this photo later and ask him about her. Was, huh? Nick, look at that airplane propeller up there going round and round. I see they've got the aviation theme going on. Makes sense for the airline family. I wonder if it doubles as a fan. Oh, what if the rest of the plane's on the other side of the wall? And the wall would open up so the plane would take off in an emergency. How cool would that be? If that's what's behind the propeller wall, then what's behind the bull across the way? I know, maybe the rest of him. That must be where the sprockets get their milk. Phoenix, you don't milk bulls. Nick, first of all, that's a beef cow, and second, the bulls don't make milk. Oh, right. That's what I get for trying to play along. A bull? Couldn't think of it. There's a bull logo on the side of the Flying Chapel too. The president of the company must have a thing for cattle. The bull is the symbol of Sprocket Aviation. To be as strong and steady as a bull. That's the company creed, you know. Probably for all the back-breaking labour they put their employees through. By the way, the bull logo on the Flying Chapel, the one with the rainbow wings. His name's Rainy the Rainbow. Get it? I get it. He's a rainbow-coloured bull, so he's a rainbow, right? What a memorable name, huh, Nick? Yeah, for the lameness of the pun. It's not quite as bad as Boaty McBoatface, but it's pretty much up there. Oh, it's the bridal bouquet. Hey Nick, how about I throw it? You try to catch it. Why me? Just because. I bet you look hilarious flying around trying to grab it. Doesn't tradition dictate it's the ladies that go after the bouquet? Who cares? Just catch it. Here. Ow! You threw it right on my face. Oh, you don't want to catch that bouquet, trust me. Why not? They say it's bad luck to catch the bouquet of a marriage that doesn't last. But I already caught it. Oops, too late now, huh, Nick? You little gremlin, you. Don't you dare touch that radio again. It looks like an expensive antique. What are you worried about? Excuse me. If it breaks again, Piers will just fix it up again. I really hope he's nice enough to waive the repair bill. Nope, nothing else. Okay. About the incident Miss Ellen was arrested for, do you think she did it? Well, I can't prove it yet, but no, I don't think she could have done it. I guess you'd call it a gut feeling. I see. I guess we have different opinions then. Do we now? The prosecution says when Bloomsbury attacked Miss Ellen, she fought back and ended up killing him. I agree with this perspective. Or rather, that is the consensus of the entire Sprocket family. Even so, I heard an interesting story from Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. I heard the Sprocket family tried to pressure the prosecutor's office into burying the case. I fear you're mistaken. All we sought was merely legal consultation. Besides, none of it matters now. She's no longer part of the family. Fortunately for us, they had yet to get their marriage license before holding the banquet. So basically, once they realised they couldn't sway the prosecution, they cut her loose. I realise how callous I must sound, but my duty is to protect the Sprocket family, and more specifically, Sprocket Aviation's future, and Master Solin, whose genius is essential to the company. I'll do anything to achieve that goal. That is my job as the Sprocket family butler. Anything, huh? You know, I think Pierce and Mr. Edgeworth get along really well, don't you think? Yeah, I can easily picture Edgeworth with a butler. Oh, by the way, I suppose I should tell you about this as well. It's about when the members of the extended family and I discovered the crime. It was some time after the reception. Some of the master's relatives and I went to clean up the reception hall, and that's when we saw it. A woman standing in front of the victim with the bloody murder weapon in her hand. It was none other than Ms. Ellen. But Pierce, it wasn't what it looked like. That's right, she just happened to find the body. I do not know what Miss Ellen has told you, but what we witnessed was unmistakably the moment immediately after the deed had been committed. And that is what I told the police who came in response to the call. I see. So Pierce is the one who reported it to the police, huh? Did Ellen say anything to you about travelling through time? She must have been delirious. There's no need to take such a claim seriously. Soren himself said that the time travel was possible, though. Master Solin said that. Sounds like he's still stuck in the past. He's psychologically stuck, I take it. Excuse me. What is it? I see. I believe I told you the madam will be having milk tea. Still, have lemon slices at the ready, just in case. I must not disappoint her, understand? You sure are busy. All in a day's work. Still, we really do need Master Soren to start focusing on the business side of things soon. Can you tell us about that thing you mentioned about Soren's past? There is something in Master Soren's past that he wishes he could change. Please forgive me, this isn't something I should be sharing with strangers. No, I really know what Soren's still hung up on. I'm not crazy for saying they look similar, am I? She also has the same watch too, I just noticed. Pierce, the woman in this photo is Soren's older sister Selena, right? I don't think we've met her yet. Yes, about that. He seems hesitant all of a sudden. If you wouldn't mind, could you tell us about her? Alright, very well. She's a big part of Master Soren's past, after all. Soren's past? Master Soren will become the next president of Sprocket Aviation. However, that wasn't always so. Miss Selena Sprocket, Master Soren's eldest sister, was next in line. So why isn't she becoming the next president? Because she died in a car accident. Huh? I had no idea. Actually, Master Soren was also in the car with her at the time of the accident. Losing the sister he loved right before his eyes devastated him. Ever since then, he's buried himself in his research on time machines. He also became quiet and meticulous, almost compulsive note-taker around then. He seems so stiff and robotic. I had no idea he was carrying all that around inside him. Master Soren has abandoned the company business and spends all his time on inventions. As the family butler, I'm truly concerned. I believe it's high time he let go of the past. Hey Nick, what are you doing here? What are you fucking doing here? Better question. Larry. Oh man, Edgy gave me a hell of a hard time. Larry, what are you doing here? I came to promote my new character, Q Piglet. I was hoping Sprocket Aviation would do some kind of tie-in with me for it. I didn't know Larry was such an aggressive businessman. You could learn a thing or two from him, Nick. Why don't you promote your agency to them? Now's not exactly the time for that, in case you hadn't noticed. See? This is why you'll never be rich. Actually, Larry, I've been meaning to ask you something. You were there at the Flying Chapel yesterday, right? Huh? Was I? What were you doing there? Nothing. Whatever it was, I bet it wasn't anything to be proud of, but never mind that. Do you see anything that had to do with the case? Scratch that, let's start with. You weren't involved with the case, were you? Larry? Hey, he took off. I knew it. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Come on, Maya, after him. Oh, are you leaving so soon? We have to run. Thank you for making this time for us. I know you have to investigate, but please try to spare the family's feelings as you do. Yes, of course. There he is. Hey, Larry! Hey there, friend. Fancy meeting you here. There's nothing fancy about it. All we did was follow you. So tell me, Larry, why'd you run away like that? Huh? Me? I don't know what you're talking about. A bolt of inspiration for my new picture book hit me and I had to run is all. It was like a epiphany, you dig? Right. He's just going to keep on playing dumb, isn't he, Nick? I found this in the reception hall. Say, that's a pretty stylish wallet, ain't it? You ever seen it before? Nope. I'll take that as a yes, which means he must be trying to hide something from me. I don't know anything about that wallet. I'll just have to take him to task later. Come on, Larry. I know you're on the airship, so what did you see? I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything because I was never on the stupid airship. There we go. Cyclops. You say something? The spiritual power of this magnetarma allows me to see these mystical locks that appear when someone's trying to... We don't need the fucking backstory at this point, Phoenix.
Take that!
This is no time for games, Larry. I will find out what you're hiding. I'm telling you, Nick, you've got it all wrong. I've got nothing to do with this case whatsoever. Oh, come on, Larry. Even a baby could see through such a blatant and obvious lie. Nothing whatsoever, huh? If you weren't involved, Larry, then you wouldn't have been involved with this person.
Take that!
You're the one who brought Ellen to my office in the first place. And all those cops. Nothing to do with the case whatsoever isn't going to cut it this time, Larry. If you have to lie, do a better job of it. Don't diss me, Nick. If you're so convinced I'm lying, let me ask you this. What makes you think I was on the stupid old airship anyway? Let me see some proof if you got any. Doubling down, huh? Fine. You want proof, Larry? Here's proof you're on the airship.
Take that!
Oh. This is your business card wallet, isn't it, Larry? I found it in the reception hall. Time to come clean, Larry Butts. What exactly are you hiding? Alright, fine, you got me. I'll tell you everything. What a stupid waste of time. Larry, what were you doing on that airship anyway? I went there to deliver the welcome to our wedding sign they ordered from me. Huh? I didn't know you took on real jobs like that too. Well, for your information, my wedding signs are very popular on the net. And that's how you met Alan? Uh-huh. I mean, I'd see her in the photo for the welcome sign, but seeing her in person, the way she smiled at me and said thank you, ah, oh, I felt like I'd been hit by lightning. And that's when you fell in love with someone else's bride, huh? So were you invited to the reception? Can you believe they told me only family and relatives could attend? They wouldn't even let me into the reception hall. Smart move on their part. I got upset and started wandering around the airship. He's got a fucking bubble in his pipe. That must have been when I dropped my business card wallet. So someone else must have found it and brought it to the reception hall then. But you know what? I saw something incredible while I was on that flying chapel. Like? Get a load of this! What the heck is this? What do you mean, what is this? Isn't it obvious? A drawing! I sketched a picture of all the cabins on the airship. So what's so incredible about a cabin? Look at what was outside the window. It's one of those flying dinosaurs, a real-life pterodactyl. I looked out the cabin window and there it was, just flying over there. The airship travelled through time, I tell you. What? Huh? When I told that Pierce Butler guy about it, he told me I never mention it to anybody ever again. Why do you try to keep you from spouting what's clearly just nonsense? Maybe Sprocket Aviation is secretly developing a time machine. No way. Nick, this case is totally amazing. Larry, you didn't tell Mr. Edgeworth about this, did you? Of course not. Edgeworth just rolled his eyes and think I was off my rocker. I didn't even tell him I was running around the airship. I told him I met Allie at the mooring dock and we ran away together. Yeah, I can see Edgeworth's eyes rolling right out of his head if you heard about this. So Larry also experienced a time slip somehow. How's that possible? Hey Nick, I'll be taking my card wallet back now if you don't mind. Yeah, this is for you. What is it? It's a picture of the hole I took while I was wandering around the airship. See? There's Ellie right there in the middle. The hold? See? Right here on the diagram. Okay, so now I know where the hold is, but what was Ellen doing there? Well, they're using it as a prepping area for the reception. I see. And when did you take this? Before the reception. I took it while Ellie was getting everything ready. So this was taken before the incident occurred. I don't know if it'll be of any help, but thanks for this anyway. By the way, Larry, I heard the door to the hold is controlled by a security system. How'd you get in there? That's a trade secret, I can't tell you. And the hits just keep on coming. Well, I guess that's basically a wrap on the investigation. Not quite, Nick. I want to meet Ellen too. Oh, right, you haven't met her yet, have you? Okay, let's head over to the detention centre so you can say hi. No, why? Please understand this is in Master Soren's best interest. Sounds like Ellen's busy talking with someone. Thought it might be. The next president cannot be married to a criminal. It would disgrace rocket aviation. Miss Ellen, I need you to forget about this marriage. Pardon us, if it isn't Mr. Wright. So their marriage is definitely off. There is no other choice. We cannot have a criminal in the family. For the sake of Master Soren and the Sprocket family, this is what is best. No! In that case, what if Nick here proved Ellen's innocence? You wouldn't have a criminal in the family, right? I suppose you're right, but I'm afraid it would be impossible. That's not true. Not for Nick. He may look like a nobody, but he can do some pretty amazing things. I don't take on cases lightly. Rest assured, I will prove her innocence. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I understand your name is quite well known in the judicial world. For better or for worse. Pierce, I want you to promise me this. If I can prove Ellen's innocence, then you won't stand in the way of Soren and Ellen's marriage. Very well. But not even the most talented lawyer in the world can change reality itself. And the reality is, Miss Ellen is guilty beyond shadow of a doubt. I believe that's where you're wrong, Pierce. I'm clean. I swear I am. Obsessively, compulsively clean. As clean and pure as this pure white dress. Fine, you have my word. But you will be the one to regret this promise. Now, if you will excuse me. Now I have all the more reason to win this case. Ellen, we finished our investigation and we'd like to talk with you about what we found. Okay, what did you find out? In the course of our investigation, we heard that you had been standing in front of the victim with the murder weapon in your hands. It wasn't what it looked like. It's true I was holding the weapon. But when I found him, he was already dead. I panicked. And I was hoping to go back in time again like I had earlier. So I picked up the timekeeper from the pedestal and brought it over without thinking. You were so desperate you were ready to try anything, huh? Unfortunately, that sort of behaviour makes for an easy target for the prosecution. No. And as for your little trip through time, none of your in-laws could confirm your story, I'm afraid. Oh, I see. The only exception is Larry. He said he saw something. Really? What did he see? I can't say I quite believe it myself, but Larry claims he saw something incredible. He claims he saw a pterodactyl flying outside the airship. What? Not only that, but apparently Pierce Knockerty told Larry to keep quiet about it. But why would Pierce do such a thing? Larry's fear is that Sprocket Aviation is developing something in secret. A time machine, to be exact. Do you think that's why nobody would confirm my story? Because it's secret? I really don't know. But speaking of your in-laws, we did manage to find your key card at Sprocket Manor. One of your in-laws said he'd keep an eye on it for you. Oh, thank goodness. I lost it while getting things ready at the reception. I looked everywhere for it. I'm so glad you found it. At least they're tears of joy this time for a change. Well, Nick, looks like you have to prove the existence of time travel in court tomorrow. That's right. I swear that while Mr. Clearsby was being killed, I was busy travelling back through time. Great. With stodgy skeptic Edgeworth at the helm of the prosecution tomorrow, we're really going to have our work cut out for us. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning, Alan. I see you're still wearing your wedding gown. And I will continue to wear it until our marriage is saved. Oh, Soren! Do you think you're going to see how she's holding up? Sorry, my love. You came all the way to the courthouse just to see me. Oh, sorry, I don't know what to say. Blueprints. Huh? The engine blueprints. I can't find them. Do you know where they are? Oh, they're in your room. Third shelf from the bottom on the right-hand side. Ah, I see. He's leaving already. Don't tell me he came just to ask about some stupid blueprints. Is he really that kind of a person, or is it just how he comes off, I wonder? What about me, sorry? Ellen. It's back. Come home soon. I'm lost without you. Soren! Later. Looks like showing your vulnerabilities is the fastest way to capturing a woman's heart. You should take notes on that, Nick. Please leave me out of this. Anyway, it looks like Soren isn't big on words, but it's clear he cares about Ellen. Knowing that, I feel kind of relieved. Mr. Wright, this absolutely can't be found guilty, you hear? Don't worry, I'm going to do everything I can to prove your innocence. Thank you, Mr. Wright. The trial's about to start, sir. Edgeworth. Knowing him, he's not going to yield an inch. So I've just got to fight with everything I've got and save Ellen. Court is now in session for the trial of Alan Wyatt. The defence is ready, Your Honour. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honour. Seeing so many familiar faces gathered like this, I felt this was like a grand reunion. It made me want to go out for a dinner and a drink and reminisce with all of you.
Oh, well, that sounds like a great idea. I was dying for a real burger the whole time I was away. We could make it a welcome back party for Maya. How about it, Edgeworth?
I have no intention of cavorting with my enemies. Now then, Your Honour, let us start this trial at once. Oh, still not one for the light-hearted excuse me. Still not one for the old light-hearted banter, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? Jokes and good humour are beyond worthless in a court of law.
Guess we'll just have to party without him then.
However, were it after the conclusion of this trial, I might consider joining you for your little welcome back party. I certainly wouldn't mind an invite at the very least.
Still as emotionally constipated as ever, I see.
Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please go over the details of the case for us. The victim was Dumar Gloomsbury, a servant in the Sprocket household. He was in attendance at the wedding reception that occurred between 7 and 10 p.m. Mr. Gloomsbury apparently felt some animosity towards Ellen Wyatt, and so, a bit after the reception ended at 10, he assaulted Miss Wyatt with the intent to kill her. The defendant fought back and ended up killing Mr. Gloomsbury. In other words, it was justified self-defense, correct? If that's the case, the defendant might not be criminally responsible. He's right. Worst case, I could go for self-defense to avoid the criminal charge. I wonder how Edgeworth plans to counter that, though. The prosecution's first witness will make my view on the matter clear, Your Honour. Very well. Bailiff, please bring in the first witness. Please state your name and occupation, witness.
Emma Sky, forensic investigator. And I'd just like to say, sir, that being in the same courtroom as you is a great honour. Oh, that's right. You're a fan of Edgeworth's, aren't you, Emma? We're good friends and all, Mr. Wright. But just this once, I intend to faithfully and fully testify to the prosecution. And I do mean that wholeheartedly.
I expect no less from you.
Yes, sir. I'm going to do my very best. Looks like you lost the popularity contest, Mr. Edgeworth, Nick.
Yeah, I could care less. Besides, just see who's the better lawyer once I win this trial.
Yeah, maybe then you'll actually really care less.
Now, Detective Sky, if you please.
The murder weapon was a clock called the Timekeeper. The victim was hit from it from behind and fell over right into the lantern. The defendant was spotted then standing in front of the body holding the murder weapon. The victim was struck twice, by the way.
Struck twice?
That's right. There's no mistake about it. The first blow was to the back of the victim's head, hard enough to knock him unconscious. Despite the fact he'd been immobilised by the first blow, the defendant delivered a second fatal blow to the side of the victim's head.
Which means what exactly? I figured it'd go right over your head. Let me put it this way. By striking the victim a second time, the defendant killed her last chance to escape from any criminal wrongdoing. She did? But how, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, come on. The defendant may have been fighting back because she was being attacked. However, she then went on to deliver a fatal blow to a man who was already fully unconscious.
Nick, is he saying what I think he is?
I don't feel so well. And thus, Mr. Wright, has justified self-defense been removed from the table. The prosecution intends to prove the defendant killed the victim with murderous intent. Allow me belatedly to submit the victim's autopsy report.
Oh, if it's belated, it must be up to date then, right?
Ah, so that's why he was acting all smug, or more than usual.
It's fine, right? It's not like we're going to play self-defense anyway, huh?
Right, but now the judge has a negative impression of Alan. He may not get to prosecute much anymore, but he certainly hasn't lost his touch. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.